Welcome to the Where's the Finish podcast. We are three runners talking to our friends, sharing stories about running, training, life, and asking the essential question, where's the finish? WTF.
Hey everyone, welcome to Where's the Finish podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Shae.
And tonight we have the business extraordinaire, the meathead of the century. I don't know what other kind of great names. The poobah of iron, Rob Moffett.
Hello. Hey, Rob.
Hey. Welcome, Rob. So I'm really excited to get you on here. You and I have been, we've spent a lot of time together the last couple of years, and I don't know why it took this long to get you on here, but you're on now. So everyone that listens to the podcast knows that I'm a little bit of a former meathead. And,
No.
What? You're not a former meathead, Joe.
You're still a meathead.
You are a card-carrying meathead.
Well, it's cool to bring a meathead friend on with me. So Rob is also the owner of our local Anytime Fitness gym here in Ocala on Baseline Road. Mm-hmm. And he's a pretty thick fella himself. You look at him and tell he's worked out a lot. And
At least once or twice.
Yeah, at least once or twice.
Yeah, a couple times.
So I want to talk about a little bit of your background, your sport, and he's also a runner.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Seen him at races.
Yeah, he used to do quite a bit of group running with us, and him and I ran our very first road marathons together.
Yeah, Space Coast.
Yeah, Space Coast Marathon. So yeah, he's just like a jack of all trades and a master of everything. So, Rob, welcome. Tell us a little bit about your fitness background. Like, when did you start getting into sport?
I'd say. First off, I have a question. How old are you?
58.
I would never have guessed you were 58.
I know he looks at least 72.
Okay, I was going to go the other way.
Rip Rob.
And I've learned a lot over the years.
Yeah.
Especially with training. And as I get older, because 20 years old, who thinks 50? Like, nobody thinks about 50 years old when you're in your 20s.
Yeah, nobody.
You just think about,
I thought,
am I going to get 21?
When I was 20, I thought 30 was old.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. Weird.
So, but yeah, I got into fitness after college, started working out, moved up here from Palm Beach, and started weight training. It wasn't really until, I met Joe and got with the Wednesday running group that I actually started to learn how to run, because before it was just how fast could I run a 5K.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you didn't realize the running fun happens when you go slow.
That's right. So it was all about time, and I wasn't getting anywhere.
Yeah.
So it was interesting how Joe and I met, and he's like, "Hey, come meet, group of us on Wednesdays." And
that's
how we kind of learned.
It's like
how to
strength
run.
training, right?
Yeah.
Like, you had to learn how to train. Like, you can go in the gym once a week and just lift and do nothing, and also make no progress.
Or you could try and max every single lift,
And also make no progress.
That's essentially what it is if you're trying to go all out every 5K, it's like trying to max your deadlift every day.
It was the same thing for me. Like, I've always hated running. I was never good at it. I was always a strength guy. I was always lifting. I was always good at that. And I think the biggest problem I had with running is that I never really learned how to do it, like how to train for it and how to do it right. I just was thrown into it every 6 months when I had to pass a PT test, and did a little bit of running whenever we had, school or something like that. But I hated it until I didn't have to do it no more, and got involved with other people that were running and learned how to run. That was the big difference, I think.
And then buying stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
That's the fun part.
The stuff.
Yeah. Oh man, how many like hydration packs and shorts and shoes and all the stuff. Yeah. Hey, we got talking, like, we was sitting in the gym when we was talking about stuff, and he was talking about going out for a run, and next thing, I'm bringing in like a few little leftover items like I didn't use, and hand them off to him. Then he goes down the rabbit hole real quick.
And shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many pairs of shoes you got?
I had a pair. That was it.
He had a pair.
Now
A pair.
I've got
Pairs
all over the house. Like, I would have never thought 10 years ago I'm going to have all these shoes and family will come over and they're like, "Dude, those shoes look like they're brand new."
It's probably because they are.
Yeah. They just put the miles on them.
They got 200 or 300 miles on, but not the wear and tears on the bottom of the shoe nowhere else.
That's right.
So like when you were a kid, like when you were, let's say 12, 13 years old, was you interested in like weightlifting, anything back then? Or
I had it was from Sears, the
old set with
the set with the concrete. You have to use the little Allen
key.
Allen key. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was these sets like the Olympic set, or it's a short little bench press bar with these plastic coated concrete
right?
weights.
Like concrete inside of it.
Yeah, they were like a hollow plastic round little weight, and they filled them with concrete. It had like a little tube, like a little thing to
little
cork
plug
it.
on it.
Yeah, a little plug to cork it up. And
Wait, it wasn't sand?
No,
Those things weren't sand?
they were concrete.
They were concrete.
Oh, I always thought they were sand.
And like when you would do a bench press, you could load up all the weight on there, and you might get like 150, 200 pounds. Yeah. And you had to balance it just right, or one side would fall off of the bench. Oh, and you'd would kill yourself trying to bench because you would miss the bar. When
Did
you
they
tried
recall
to put it back
this?
down.
I feel like they should have recalled this. It sounds very dangerous.
They were incredibly dangerous. I nearly killed but that was like everyone would like. All the kids from the neighborhood would go around it, and they would like all ego lift and see who could lift the most.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
A lot of flexing.
Oh yeah, and there was like there were a little piece at the end where you could do legs on it too.
Oh, that's right. And it wobbled.
Yeah, it always wobbled.
Yeah, it wobbled a lot. It
that
wasn't
was
the most commercialized.
Can I find this equipment at Anytime Fitness?
Maybe a little bit better, better quality.
If you go to my gym, you'll find it.
Well, it was like
not my home gym.
It was like the Joe Weider set. Like the Weider set was the best one. Yeah, they were awesome.
And you got a poster.
Yeah.
With little movements. You can follow the poster.
I remember the poster.
Yeah.
Oh man, those things were fantastic. So did you lift a lot with yours?
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I was, high school, I was 160 pounds.
Oh, you were a little guy in high school.
I was a little guy.
Yeah.
Tube socks. I got picked on a lot. And then, so that's how I started lifting more and more and more, and really started getting into it when I moved up here.
So was you like reading the magazines, like looking at looking at pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger and like the Flex magazines, and
at the life size poster of Arnold,
all the Joe Weider magazines and everything. So did you follow bodybuilding as a sport?
No,
not really.
No, I just followed the magazines and
try to do the workouts that they were doing in there. Yeah. Tom Platz and the gigantic quads and oh man, those were the days, though, the glory days of bodybuilding.
Yes, close.
Oh yeah, that's very similar. That one looks like it has the metal weights on it.
Yeah, nice.
There's one that has like the plastic weights on it.
I remember they're gray, plastic,
gray and red,
and
they were round. They were like round.
They were real bubbly.
Yeah,
and you couldn't put a lot of weights on a bar because you would just run out of space.
Yeah.
They were fantastic though. Yeah, well, I mean, wonderful memories. They were horrible piece of equipment.
Yeah. Got it.
But yeah, it was just great for the neighborhood kids to ego lift. You sit in the bedroom, you could do like your curls. You even had like little curl bar. And
that's right.
Did you do the curls all the time? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Curls for girls, brother.
Didn't do anything for me though. I didn't get any growth out of it.
Well, you were probably doing other things with
probably.
Yeah.
Not doing leg day. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm hearing not too much leg day.
Listen, back then, no one ever did leg day. It wasn't until you became a real weightlifter when you started doing legs, because everyone would build great chest and biceps because that's all they would work is they bench press and they'd do curls. And people had great chest and biceps, but their triceps were lagging. No one had rear delts. No one was working with, no one was working on lats. No one had any traps. I mean, that's stuff that you get as you kind of moved into the weightlifting world and kind of got into a gym and started following magazines and find out, I got to work at these other things too. And, but you're pretty jacked now. You are a muscular guy. So, what was the first time you started kind of working out in a gym?
When I moved here from Palm Beach, 98.
How old was you then? That was
34.
So really, did you do like any high school sports or anything in college or anything like that?
A lot of martial arts is what I did growing up, and volleyball, beach volleyball. So did a lot of that.
Yeah, you look like kind of like
I can see you playing beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Wasn't very tall, but I was good.
Yeah, you could jump over the net, right? Can you do the spike?
It depends who I was playing with.
Yeah, over here at Jervy Gant in Ocala, they've got a bunch of volleyball courts over there. And when I was in high school, me and my cousin would go over, and they had a league, and we would go over and play, and we were there a couple times a week, and played at night, and there was always lots of young people down there playing. It was fun.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, every time I go to Derby Gant, there's people playing in those beach volleyball courts.
they're great, and we've got a bunch of them over near my house, and there's a new park by where I live at. And I was like, over where the what's that? I can't even pronounce the name of the Cohoja.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. I don't know.
It's Had Joe.
I don't know. Well,
Co-had Joe.
So there's
Co-had
two Joes that were co-had.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Co-had
they
Joe.
co-had you.
Yeah, they co-had me. Well, they have pickleball over there too.
They do.
Ew.
Lots of pickleball.
Yeah.
Ew, I don't want to
Pickleball.
know this name of this park anymore.
Pickleball's fun.
Yeah.
If you've never played pickleball, it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
So we went to Aldi this weekend. And Aldi Finds, they have all these great things. And some of the stuff
I
that
love
they had
Aldi finds.
in the Aldi Find section is they had many different pickleball paddles and pickleball balls and
Pickleball jewelry.
pickleball jewelry.
Wow.
A little bracelet that said pickleball on it. It's like,
Hey, listen, if it's a way to get people active,
that's it.
Yeah,
you
I know.
do it. I mean, because people that can't do other sports can do pickleball.
That's true.
You know?
It's like,
I picked it right up.
Yeah.
did you?
Oh, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like table tennis
It is.
versus like regular tennis.
But you're with a wiffle ball.
Yeah, like with a wiffle ball.
Right.
Yeah. It's so fun. I really, I wish I had more time. But all the other stuff I do, I just don't.
How many dinks have you dunked?
I've never dinked a dunk or a dank a dink.
That's what they're called, right? Dinks and
Dinks
dunks.
and dunks.
Dinks and dunks.
Isn't that what they're called?
No.
You guys play the pickleball.
Play the sport.
I don't say
No,
I
I
played the
don't.
sport. I have played it, and it was
I
fun.
bought the paddles 2
I don't
years
even.
ago.
You know what? No, I'm not.
You're not
this
Googling it?
because I will start getting nothing but
gonna
P-ball
say-
ads. Don't even say
gonna
it.
say it.
Don't even say it around my phone.
So what martial art was you in?
Jiu-jitsu, taekwondo. That's what I kind of grew up with.
Gotcha. You got what's your belt level?
Black.
Are you a
first.
black belt? All right.
Wow, good for you.
Well,
So you're a
that's
comp?
called. I'm a used to.
You're
used to. Okay.
We all got used.
You
to.
don't forget the knowledge. Yeah, I'm a used to
I
was.
ain't doing no backflips right now.
Yeah,
or anything like
I'm a
that.
used to was. You ain't swinging those sticks around anymore, but you could
No.
probably go "Hi-ya!" real loud and
probably do.
yeah, and like
Do you
scare
break a
someone.
board still? Pacow.
I got some boards in the garage. You want to try?
Not really.
Okay.
They're like 2x4s. I don't know if they'll
it's
work.
Fine. It's fine.
They're not like that balsa wood or anything like that.
No,
I think they're actually 2x4s.
they're 2x4. It's fine. It's fine.
Remember? Hey, do you remember the Power Team from the 80s?
Oh
and 90s?
man, I remember the power team. They
that.
were so cool.
Yeah, they were cool.
They,
So
they tore an entire like phone book. Those giant
I
phone
know
books.
those.
Like in the
So-
name of Jesus, and they
this
tear
is-
the book.
So it was a Christian ministry, and
Yeah.
they travel around the country with all of these world class strongmen, and they would do feats of strength. They would blow up water bottles, with their lungs, and they would bend rebar and break ice.
Those are some very impressive mullets.
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's
And
90s.
They did
This is the 90s.
all the stuff. They were so it was so I was really inspired by those
remember that.
guys.
Were you really?
Yeah, I really was. I went and seen them. They were the first event.
came to my high school.
They were the very first event to be held in Orlando at the new arena there, and that was the arena they built for the Orlando Magic. I don't remember the name of it at the time. It became the Amway Arena and something else.
I think it's the Kia Center now.
Yeah, I think they rebuilt it or built something new. But it was the very first time that venue had been filled to capacity, and they had to turn people away because it was
Wow.
a free event. And so interesting that a faith-based program could bring that many people in. But it was really exciting. And it was that time when I was young. I was I think I was maybe 16 or something like that when I saw them. And I started lifting when I was 13. Whenever my 8th grade math teacher was a coach for the U.S. Olympic team at University of Florida. They were going to Atlanta for the Olympics, and he was an old school Olympic lifter. He'd been training and doing it for years, and he saw. I guess I had the right size and shape for it, and he's like, "I want to train you," and he took me in the gym and taught me how to do stuff. So that was where my introduction to strength training was. But again, like the old magazines, the Muscle and Fitness and the Flex and all the Weeder magazines, and then seeing the Power Team and
Breaking concrete, breaking cinder block.
just all
With their face.
I had Arnold Schwarzenegger's Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. I still have it at home.
That's probably worth something.
Yeah, so That was, like this was, the late 80s and people were just really, there was a lot of controversy about strength training. People were just starting to incorporate it into other sports. The people that did it then were only there for vanity. They weren't doing anything. They were bodybuilding, and they were taking a lot of drugs, and drugs weren't prescribed, and they were figuring it out. And there was a lot of dirty stuff going around in that sport. But then, come into the 90s, the late 90s, it really became mainstream to, where people that were doing other sports, runners were lifting, and cyclists were lifting, and baseball players were lifting. Football players had always been lifting, but you started seeing a lot more people doing these bodybuilding things. And
you had the gladiators.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. American Gladiator.
American Gladiator.
Sound
Nitro.
There was a really good.
Who's your favorite American Gladiator?
I need to look him up.
There was.
What was your favorite exercise that they did in American Gladiators? Like, what was the favorite? Like, they always had they had the joust, and they had like the fucking ball shoot.
I like the joust. I like the one that they had to kind of run and
they were shooting
tackle
tennis
each
balls at
other.
them. Have you remember that one?
Oh, I remember that one.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah, that was that was fun to watch, and they have a really good documentary on Netflix about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
You should check that out.
But I just. For me, I don't know. That's where I was always at with just, and I just wondered if that's kind of the same way you were as a kid, watching bodybuilding and then so it took you a while. I mean, before you were 30, before you really started doing anything really strong with it.
Probably when I really started getting into it, I was probably around 30, and it was weird because you develop differently, and it's like I've always wanted to grow arms. My arms would never grow.
You had to go through second puberty first.
All of a sudden, I hit 40 and my arms started to grow.
Oh, so there's hope for me.
No,
yet.
second puberty is a thing.
Oh,
It is a thing.
It's weird. And my body had just changed over the years, and it's just, but I've learned over the years, like it's as I get older, it's not the same just waking up out of bed, don't prepare for anything and just go right out there and lift really hard, wake up the next day and do it over and over. Now there's, as I get older, now there's a lot more stretching that I have to do. There's this thing called stretching, which
I hate it.
have you ever seen a guy in the gym stretch? It's literally grab your arm, grab your leg, you have 2 seconds and you're loading the weight up. But
there's this guy on Instagram that I watch. His name is Jarrell Carter, and he does all these fitness challenges.
Yeah.
And he is like the least flexible human ever, and it's very funny because he's very
ripped.
jacked.
Yeah, he's ripped.
But he
12
cannot
pack
touch his toes.
Yeah.
Can you touch your toes?
yes, I can.
Well, the thing is with strength sports, if you're an athlete in the strength sports, it's not necessarily great to have a lot of that looseness in your muscle to be able to do those things, because you want the muscle head to be short and be tight and be able to be explosive, and being too stretched can actually be a detriment to your strength.
Well,
but then there's other people, like we've seen like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who he was. He would go and do ballet, and professional NFL players, in order to keep them limber and to be able to move and be agile, a lot of them did ballet.
Like bar and Pilates and all that stuff.
Yeah. So
wait, what does stretching look like then for you before you left?
It's a lot of it has to do with, we didn't do much stretching today, did
no,
we?
did we? We did a lot of stretching of our mouths.
We did.
We did a lot of talking. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. But I mean, typically before I do a lift example, I'm the same way. I'm 50 now, so I've had several injuries, and I had to work around that. And so, like with the pec tear that I had and the shoulder repair that I had, it doesn't matter what I do. I go back to the back of the gym and I grab some bands and I do some band work just to stretch and to bring blood into the muscle and get it warmed up. Because if I go into it cold, it's going to hurt, and I'm not going to be able to lift strong whenever I do lift.
And it's also interesting now because from lifting, going from lifting to running,
Yeah.
being able to do both of those, it's a different type of training. The same from runners going from running to lifting. Like, I think they both go hand in hand. It's just if you're naturally a lifter and you're going into running, it's not. There's a process, and it's a process you have to learn. It's a lot of ego that you got to put to the side to learn how to run. Because I remember running with you. Like there's it's a lot different world when you're used to lifting weights and then you go out there and start running and all of a sudden, you're out of breath by the time you get, a quarter mile in and everybody's just trucking along having a conversation. So it plays with your ego a little bit.
Yeah, but being the guy that's maybe the strongest guy in the gym that day or that moment when you're there, and then you go out and run and grandma's walking past you while you run. I've experienced it.
Well, I can tell you, I've experienced the fact of like, I go to lift, and it's been a hot minute, it's been a couple weeks, but I go to lift, and like, I'm just like barely, putting these 10s over my head, and all I'm thinking is like, okay, but I can run 26 miles. It's fine.
Well,
I feel inadequate in the gym.
It's always the thing that runners don't lift and lifters don't run.
So, what happens if you feel inadequate at running and lifting?
Then you are an elite athlete, I guess. I don't know. No, I mean, I don't necessarily like what they call the hybrid athlete, but because really you should just be athletic everywhere, and it just kind of says that you specialize. But I think the way people should be approaching fitness these days, and especially for health and wellness and longevity of life, she should be doing a little bit of everything, right? I mean,
like we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
You run outside, you're climbing trees, you're doing a little bit of everything. You know? And
I had a very different childhood.
I heard
My childhood was staying inside and reading books.
I heard recently,
never going outside.
I heard recently that if you run a 5K, it's supposedly supposed to add 20 minutes onto your life.
Yeah, but it takes you 30 minutes to run it.
Yeah, that's big.
There was my joke for the day. I saw it on Facebook. I stole it from Facebook. I ain't gonna lie.
It's like nutrition, right? It's balance.
Yes.
A balanced plate of food. Like everything's a balance, and I think that goes with if you're going to play pickleball, or you're going to run, or you're going to lift, like do a little bit of everything, and it makes you such a better athlete. When I look at friends of mine that I call mirror muscles, so the guys that are they just want the mirror muscles. They're in front of that mirror, but if I took them outside just to run around the building, they collapse.
Yeah, functional fitness, right?
Yeah, they can't do it. Yeah. So it's like, but practice a little bit is something that you're uncomfortable with. It's hard to do because that's not your wheelhouse. But I try to do things now, and I'm doing handstands. Why? Because I ain't never done a handstand.
Nice.
I'm terrible.
So how did you start? What made you decide you wanted to do a handstand?
I wanted to break away from the norm, being comfortable. I don't want to be comfortable. I want to go and explore things that make me uncomfortable and try to get better for growth.
So did you start like at the wall?
I started with, I bought it's a yoga handstand. You put your head and they got these little arm things that you put your hands on and you just go right into a handstand. Easier than I thought. It's extremely easy. So it took a couple of minutes and then it was just boom, I'm right up.
Because your arms are like a 90 degree, right?
Yeah. And it was really easy to get myself into that position. And then I started against the wall doing the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at something right now. I can't help it. I have to Google everything. Y'all know this. I'm like,
pickleball.
Yeah, so those are the things that I'm practicing.
don't let my phone hear that.
And it's just, and maybe one day I'll be able to do a walking handstand.
Yeah.
Because not many people can do a walking handstand. So why not practice?
Yeah.
Jump rope. That's another one. Practice jump roping. You don't see people jump roping anymore.
So our buddy Craig did Comrades.
And we're going to have him on because we do want to talk about his South African journey.
Let Craig talk about that. But during that, he sent us a quick little video of this lady who broke the world record for jump roping the entire
55
Comrades
miles.
marathon. Not only 55 miles, but 15,000 feet of elevation gain.
No, I think it's like 6 to 8.
Oh.
But it's still freaking a lot.
It's a mountain.
Yeah.
It's a mountain. Yeah.
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 But
jump roping the
jumping
entire.
roping.
That's
jumping
insane.
roping.
Jumping roping.
Skipping, jipping, jipping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jip.
Skip rope, jumping rope, whatever.
Yep.
Pretty hard.
For the whole thing.
For the whole time. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Does that inspire you?
No.
Okay.
It does me.
Well, I could see you jump roping.
I bought a jump rope and I wanted to try jump rope and I always thought, man,
Maybe
that's
do
just
some
be
double
really
dutch?
good. Dude, I am the least coordinated jump
Have you
roper
ever just
there ever is.
whipped the shit out of your leg with one of those
Absolutely.
ropes?
Yeah.
Oh my
Every time.
gosh.
Every
that
time.
hurts.
Yeah. I went and bought a really nice, like weighted jump rope. Like, this is like a 1 pound one. So it gives me a little bit of work. And it slows the rope down.
The one with the little beads in them?
Yeah, the beads.
Beads in the handle.
Oh,
Color
man.
beads?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
The kids ones. Yeah. Double that.
it doesn't light up and,
Oh, that's a that's a different kind of podcast, Joe.
At some point in this fitness journey, you were in Ocala and you were lifting. And then you became a gym owner. So how did that happen?
So it's a long story. So I work.
We're here for a long story. We like long
Luckily.
stories.
We're here for as
kinda-
long as you want.
I've been in fitness pretty much all my life to some degree. I started doing some personal training on the side, and I was inspired by a trainer. I never had a trainer in my life. Hired this guy. We became friends. He taught me how to properly lift, properly spot. And he said, "Hey man, you should be a trainer." He said, "I think you got what it takes to really help people." And that was something that I've always been passionate about. I want to help people get better. I just didn't know I had a gift. So that's kind of inspired me to say, you know what, I'm going to try to help people get healthier and fitter and really put forth that attention and to help people in general. So I did a little personal training on the side. And then one day, one of my clients said, "Hey, there's a position open at this Anytime Fitness. You want it?" I said, "Sure, why not? I got some extra time." So I took a manager's position there. They were struggling really bad. And I said, "All right, the landlord at the time was the current owner. The original owners walked away from the business. And he hired me and says, "I don't have much money to give you." And I said, "Hey, I want to help you get this business out of the negative." And so I had to figure out with no money, how do I turn a business around from losing a lot of money to profiting? And so I had to look really deep at the company as a whole. What could I do for free? Well, first thing I was going to do is answer those Google reviews that haven't been answered.
Yeah.
Start picking up the phone and start delivering good customer service, clean that place. And that was my goal. I said, I want this place to be the cleanest gym on the face of
Did
this
people
earth.
say it was
And
just
by the
nasty?
way,
Or
I have
wasn't
never
nasty.
been into a cleaner gym than
No,
Rob's
it
gym.
is absolutely.
It is
the cleanest
immaculate.
gym.
I've been in a lot of gyms, and I've never been into a gym as clean as Rob's gym.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And that went since 2012. We've been known to be the cleanest, or a clean gym. And it's important. Customer service is the most important part of running a business. And you know what? We might not change every life, but it's sometimes when you're so passionate about something and you're like, man, I just can't get people to show up, or I can't get people to lose the weight, or I can't get this. And then all of a sudden you got that one person that says, "Man, I'm down 21 pounds. Thank you." It's just all you need to kind of recharge and to get you through, the next month or the next moment. So that's kind of that's our mission. Like, that's what we do. I love it. It's the best job ever. And so now as I get older, I'm either going to be ticked off that I'm going to be hitting 60, or I'm going to embrace my age and say, what could I do for other people that are like, I'm too old to do things. So I'm going to use myself as kind of a way to, let me test the waters. And so meeting up with Joe and you all and running with you all and learning, I can pass that on to other people, especially mistakes that I've made in life. I want to make sure I'm very transparent with other people. Like, I'm not the type of person that, you only see one side of Rob. I want to make sure you see both sides of Rob. You're going to see my goods and my bads. If I fail, whether I fail in business or I fail in any other way, I want to pass that failure on so people don't have to go through that themselves. And I think that's kind of helped me, especially build relationships. You build a lot of trust from people when you're transparent. And so this journey is a continuous journey, but I love it.
So you started at this Anytime Fitness that you're working at now as a manager?
Yeah.
So how did you become the owner?
So as the landlord also, he has another business, which was feeding that business. And then one day he said, hey man, it looks like your Anytime Fitness is being able to hold its own. I'm like, really? And he said, yeah. And so that's when I started thinking, wait a minute, maybe I can put an offer in and see if I can buy this from him. He's a landlord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's
not a gym owner.
He's not a gym owner, but he needs somebody to pay the rent.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I thought, what's the worst that can happen? Let me see if this guy wants to sell. And he said, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he wasn't interested in running it, obviously.
He
so.
thought, when the original owners walked away, he's like, okay, I've got, 4 units now that I'm not getting rent for. So now what am I going to do? Mm-hmm. So he said, well, maybe I'll buy this franchise, this territory, and I'll try to run it, which, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So, it worked out really well. So
That's a current location?
Yeah.
Or did you move to a different location?
I'm looking to move to another location, but I want to, in business, a lot of people move so fast when things are going well, like, all right, let's hurry up and multiply.
Yeah.
I think that's where you can get into trouble. I think for me, I want to make sure I have a team that I can plug into locations.
Yeah,
so
that's
train them
important.
up in a location that
the model store.
the model store.
Yeah.
And then by plugging them into different locations, they're already trained up and it gives them opportunities. So that's the other thing too, making sure I can help other people get opportunity to grow. Because
Yeah.
I got an opportunity. So helping other people get opportunities that are inspired and put the work in.
So you got a manager in there right now. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic young man. I mean, he is also
phenomenal.
built like a tank. He's obviously another weightlifting kind of guy.
Yeah.
But he's also, he's kind of opening up his journey into running. We just actually just today he went out for a 4-mile run. I think he did a 3-mile run. He came back and said, "It's so hot out there. How do I do this in the heat? How do you guys do this in the heat?"
Slower
So yeah, I
water.
gave him some coaching tips on how he could improve his running,
Just sprint. It's fine.
especially in heat. And so again, another guy that is kind of venturing into another world or adding another element to his training with the running.
And he came over from California.
Yeah.
I think Northern California. And, he wasn't used to what Florida has to deliver. And now he knows, it's
So how long has he been in Florida?
maybe a couple of years, maybe
Oh, okay.
a year.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's been through a few summers.
But going through summer is different than running through summer.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
And when I tell people, when I tell people up north at that corporate office and I tell them how, I call these, we have seasons. Now we might have seasons like they have up north, but for me, when I'm running, when I go from the spring to the summer, there's a transitional phase. My body's still built for what we call winter, but it's not ready for the summer. So that transitional period is that late, that April, May, where you're just starting to get cooler to hotter and there's kind of a little bit of a mix. I try to, for my runs, that kind of sets me up for the summer, which is, it is just hot. That's all you get is hot, and try to get my body back to prepared
Yeah, heat
for that
acclimation.
summer. Yeah, heat acclimation. Yeah.
So about 3 years ago, I think, maybe a little bit more, I started working out at the gym there. And, I don't sit around and not get to know people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that guy must be the owner. And I knew who the manager was because he helped me sign up for the gym. And so, I started talking to Rob, and his wife was working there part-time or full-time at the time. So I got to know Rob and his wife. But you weren't doing a lot of running at that point yet. We just started kind of chatting about it, and I knew I was running at the time. But you came out and started doing a lot of the group runs with us. And I think that's really kind of pulled you in.
Yeah, it did. And it's the community.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I've learned about running as a community. And just to kind of backtrack, I did buy a club up in Greensboro, North Carolina. Wasn't a very good business deal. Had a partner, terrible, a lot of traveling, flying back and forth. It did not go the way my dream said it was going to
envisioned
go.
it to go.
Everybody said back away, but I know better than everybody else. So I went for it. Lessons in life. But the one thing I did learn when I was up there is they have a phenomenal running community that I'm
North
still
Carolina's
connected to.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, they have the same. It's kind of like I was back in Ocala. You know, there was it was a Tuesday running group. They met at this local IPA type of local beer,
Little brewery.
microbrewery.
I mean, yeah, it's the North
think it-
Carolina. They're all IPA places.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it's just, I got a T-shirt from their little group, and we did these runs. But their community was like, man, I feel like I'm back at home.
They have a
And-
Joe? Did they have a Joe?
Yeah, we only have one Joe.
That's very true.
Very hard to duplicate.
Yeah, I found out today that red light therapy and salt will help my beer growth. I'm just letting
What?
you guys know. It's a fun story. So at Rob's gym, he has a new piece of equipment.
Yeah.
It's been there about a year now, and I've yet to use the thing, by the way. But
Right.
he has a room that's set up for red light therapy and salt therapy, and it's a really great tool. I mean, if you don't know
What
anything
is it?
about it, read
Explain
it. But it helps you to recover.
So I've been intrigued about salt. I grew up on the beach. I know how salt affects, just your sinuses and just overall well-being. You know, there's a lot of great properties of salt, and connected with this company that has a booth that delivers red light and salt therapy. And those two modalities, when they kind of meet each other, kind of enhances them together. So I talked to this company out of Tampa, and the Rays baseball team bought a few of their booths because of it helps with their tendon and ligament recovery, healing and things. So I says, all right, well, let me pitch this up to our corporate office, who has been testing red light therapy in different locations around the U.S., and they were coming back with like great results. So they gave the approval at our corporate office that we can now have red light therapy, but salt. They're like, ooh, what's this salt therapy stuff? So once I introduced that to them, they're like, yeah, we need to test this thing out. And so they were more excited about the red light salt combination.
It was really intriguing the first time Rob experienced it. It was in a tent. Like
Yeah.
they set up a tent with this machine that sprayed
Yeah.
You just spray salt on you?
micro pulverized, like it kind of injected salt into the air.
Very fine. You can just taste a little bit. You can lick your arm and you'll.
he
sounds
was
delicious.
really excited about this stuff, and so now he's got it in the gym. And I still haven't.
You still haven't used it?
I still haven't used it.
I will say that I feel better. I haven't been sick. Now I can't turn around and say, yeah, it's just because of this device.
Yeah.
But I will say that it's helped some of my tendon issues,
So with
ligament
the
issues.
red light, is it also heat or is it just the red light
It's
itself?
a warm, but there's a couple of different wavelengths of the red light. So some of the red light will go just kind of like on the outer layer of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
You got your dermal and epidermal. So those what those red light beams will do, and they'll get right into like at a cellular level, and help with the repair. As with any type of organic type of, treatment, it's not like you take a pill and you're fixed.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that you do, a few times, a week, and it's consistency. But the theory is to just do things a little bit more naturally than to start popping all these pills for that type of recovery.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
and anyway, when you are introducing any other type of recovery modality, whether it be stretching or foam rolling or cold plunging or red light treatment, any of those things and all of those things, what they are doing consistently is making you mindfully aware of what's going on with your body.
Yeah.
And allowing you, if you do it consistently, anything you do consistently, if you're doing it as part of a fitness regimen, it's also keeping you doing physical things. So I mean, even if it was only like a placebo effect, it's still the mind benefit of doing the things, even though there is more to it than that.
So let's say I walk into Anytime Fitness today. Is that something that's open to all your members? Is there like an exclusive package they have to do? What do they?
There's people that have walked in and said, hey, I want to use your booth. There's people who say, hey, I'd like to buy a month or there's people that say, hey, I want to incorporate this with my training. So what we're trying to do, Anytime Fitness, is really moving away from just come on in and use the gym. We want to teach people, we want to package it so people can come in. We can teach people how to prepare to lift, like a post-workout or pre-workout rather, a nice workout regimen, which is not just the weights, but it's also the functional type training, which is important, and then teach people about recovery. Instead of back when we worked out, you work out really hard and you're out the door.
Yep.
There's a system, and the system is what's going to help us live a quality life and be more functional.
Kicking ass into your 90s.
Kicking ass into your 90s, because we don't want to get to, those that are in their 20s or 30s or 40s, and then you get to your 50s and you're like, man, I'm broken. I got to get my knees replaced, my hips replaced. It's because we didn't train properly in most cases. I won't say in every case, but there's a proper way of training, and it's like, running. You just don't run your first ultra marathon. There's processes, there's training.
Well, it's ill-advised.
Yes.
We do still have people that go from
5K to nothing.
Yeah, from 5K to 100 mile. So, or well, close. Yeah, we have.
We've
interviewed a few on the podcast. It's pretty prevalent for someone to do a marathon as the first ever run, and then go out and do a 100 miler.
Yeah,
which is again not advised.
I do remember saying to Joe, "I'm never going to do a half marathon."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I remember telling Joe, "I'm never going to do a full marathon." So I have yet to have said, I am never going to do. I zip it.
Okay, so then regarding your running, so you went from this, so you did 5K kind of stuff. What was your kind of progression?
You just mess around with running at all and then not do any races or anything?
I didn't really do races. Man, I just go out my door and I'd have a mile and a half one way, turn around and come back and do it for time.
Run real hard, come back and complain about your knees hurting?
And I never got any better at it. I was still just as exhausted as when I first started. And there was no consistency, and there was no plan. There was no
structure.
Training. There was no structure. It was like I might run 3 days a week, or I might skip a month and go back and run 4 times a week.
Then the question is, knowing what you know about training, it didn't click in like, oh, wait, it's just kind of like this where I need to build it.
You would think. But this is what I want to try to teach people, that everything that we do in life requires systems and training and consistency, whether it's business, whether it's running, whether it's lifting, schooling, or anything. There's consistency. And I think and even with, nutrition, consistency. And that's what happens. People, they'll join a gym, they're all pumped and ready to go. 2 weeks later, they've got no real training plan. So why am I going to want to go to the gym? I don't have a plan. It's boring. Right. So,
or you walk in, you don't know how to use the machines, or
in the beginning, somebody inspired you to walk in.
Yeah.
So you're there, you're ready to go.
That's the hardest part, right? Is walking in the front door.
Walking in the front door. Well, the hardest part is sticking with it. But what happens is when people get in, and I people watch, and I'll look at people and I'll see them, their heads are on swivels. It's like, what am I going to do? Maybe I'll do a little of this today. Maybe a little of that. I'm bored already watching them. Like, how do you get excited? It's kind of like I can't get excited about running if I don't know anything about running. And I never did until I get with a running group. And they're like, okay, let's teach you some systems.
That's true.
Now,
So we started putting together a training plan for Rob and gave him some mileage to schedule and taught him about, I think a big difference, and Rob and I have talked about this, for him, it was for me too, was learning about how to run walk. Doing that Jeff Galloway method of run walking.
The Jeffing.
My first Jeff Galloway, I was like, I can't walk. I can't do this. I can't do it. I can't.
Was it just
stop.
like a pride thing?
Well,
or
when you're used to running all out, and then all of a sudden you have to stop and walk. It's like, I can't. I'm embarrassed.
doesn't make sense.
What's going on? But as you start to learn and put your ego to the side, it's like lifting weights when you're talking about earlier. You're like, oh, I got these 10 pounds. The weight doesn't have an ego.
Yeah, the person
It's just the person does. So the same with running. Like I just never had a system. And so now that I start to think about things, I think about things differently now. How do I get better? Let's start with the fundamentals. which is the hardest thing, wanting to learn the fundamentals. And but what's interesting is learning fundamentals about running is really interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. It's science.
The mentals.
Yeah.
And being around the group and having that community and the friendships that you make,
That's true.
it's just it you know,
Can change your life.
it can change your life.
And so by adding run walking, you kind of broke some plateaus. You started getting faster. You started going further. You went further, faster. I mean, it all kind of worked out.
Yeah,
You finished your first marathon?
I did.
Yeah.
Did Joe beat you?
He did.
I just wanted to bring it up one more time. I knew the answer to that. But
Well, and I wanted Joe to beat me.
Because he didn't want. He didn't want to.
He says
Because the
now.
ego was still there, and he didn't want me to see him suffer as he finished.
And you know, some people say, you know, everybody's kind of has a story, whether it's their first marathon or their 10th marathon at some point in your life. Number one, I shouldn't go drinking the night before.
oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely not.
that's solid.
Now, I understand about carb loading and all that, but carb loading beer the night before is probably not a good idea.
You're talking to the wrong group. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
This is a group that did a beer mile before 100K.
Before 100K.
Did not work for Rob very well.
Yes.
And so when I got to 13, 14, around mile 17 maybe or 16, right in there is
The
when
wall.
the
Yeah.
old hamstring tear started cramping, and I felt it, and it was coming on strong, and I just kept pushing through it.
Now, I will say, I gave him a training plan, and we had a training plan set out that gave him much more mileage than he had going into the race. His furthest distance ran prior to that marathon was like 15 or 16 miles.
Yeah.
And you can do it. He obviously did do it. But I think the training plan probably took him out to like 20 or 22 or
Yeah,
something like
that's
that.
normal, 20 to 20 at least.
And didn't have that really, really long run right ahead of it.
And you don't know how your body's going to react either. So
Yeah. And so now I have a better idea of what I'm going to do, how I want to train. And,
you going to do another one?
Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah.
Oh.
Actually,
You already
I
have
was-
one picked out?
Actually, it's a half, but I've always wanted to run at night.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm like, I feel like I can be a night marathon.
I
or
love
half
night
marathon.
running.
And they have one at Las Vegas in February. It's a half marathon. You start at the strip and you end at the strip. And I'm like, I can do this. Is going to be fun. The temperature is going to be around mid 60s. Mm-hmm. You know,
That sounds great.
Do you like Vegas?
I've never been there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm going to like it. I don't have to get up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, that's a drag for me. Getting up at 2 a.m.
Oh, tell us about that Disney run you did. Oh, my gosh. Speaking of getting up at 2 a.m, your first half marathon.
Oh, it was a Disney race.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a Disney race.
Which one?
I did it.
I don't know which
don't
one it
even
was. It
remember
was
the
a,
name of it.
it was a
Well, there's
Disney
like
run.
Wine and Dine. I think
it
there's
was the wine-
Princess.
Yeah, it was
That
the
was the
Wine and Dine. It was the
That's
Wine
like
and
in
Dine.
November-ish, I think.
Yeah, it might have been around November.
I
I don't know.
I don't remember when it was, but I remember you doing it,
Yeah.
and it was interesting following you. I had fun because I had several friends that were doing it at the same time. I think Mary Lansell was out there
Yeah.
running, and Amanda might have been out
Probably
there running.
Alicia.
Amanda was there.
Well, I don't think I knew Alicia at that point. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did.
So they gave you a box lunch, and I was so hungry. And then at the end, so you finish your race, they give you your little box lunch, and then I'm walking a little bit further, getting ready to dig into my box lunch, and they're like, and please donate your box lunch to this charity. And I'm like, all right.
No, you did not.
So now I got no lunch.
You paid $8,000 to run
Yeah.
a Disney race.
Yeah.
And a box
You
lunch.
keep your dang
Yeah.
lunch.
It's like giving them a medal and say, now give it back.
Yeah. it's like you go through the medal chute and then you see
Yeah.
the I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It's called Medals for Metal. It's where you send in your old
Oh.
It's where you send in your medals that you don't want anymore, and it's for kids. They've repurposed them for kids with like cancer and going through medical
okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
And it's medals, like race medals for metal, METTLE. So that's kind of like that's what they did to you.
Yeah, they did.
They did. They gave. It's like they would have given you your medal, and then they would have said, "Please give."
Yeah, and I did, and it was rough.
Did you eat after though?
I ate a lot after.
Okay.
So you wake up at like 2:00 in the morning, right? Though,
Yeah,
and you have
yeah.
to shuttle
And
over
then
to the
there was
start.
no shuttle.
Oh, there wasn't.
No, I had to hoof it over to the starting line, going through all these little different communities because it was early and there was no shuttle for where we were staying. So if you go to some of those resort areas, have the shuttle and take you right there.
Not where you stay.
But if you don't want to
No.
pay $8,000 a night,
No,
Yeah.
because I said, no, I'm not paying that kind of money. I'm going to do it my way. Well, guess what?
You did it your way.
I did it my way.
Yeah.
And I ran a marathon to go get to the marathon.
ran 13 miles to get 13 miles.
Then you do this run, you got to run through all the crowd of people and all the stroller moms and
And
are
that's
there
the other
strollers
thing.
at the Disney races?
oh yeah.
Oh.
But and when you're running, you learn that there's ethics, right? There's some ethics involved. And
Yeah, like
when you're going to walk, you go to the
Yep. Etiquette.
etiquette.
Your race etiquette. Yep.
Yeah.
Like if you're, doing a
People
Galloway,
doing-
you raise your arm.
you
and,
raise your arm and you go off to the side. or
Disney runners
whatever.
don't necessarily know that there's a race etiquette.
Oh.
Yeah. They'll run like 20 wide. All the ladies that know each other and they'll like hold hands
Yeah.
and you can't get through them or
Oh,
whatever.
it's like the turkey trot here in Ocala.
yeah.
Same way.
No etiquette. Yeah.
Zero etiquette.
But
And it eats a lot of time and energy trying to weave in and out.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, anyone that does a Disney race, or if you're ever contemplating doing a Disney race, understand it is if you actually want to do it. There's lots of better places to spend your money for a race, but if you really are set to do it, it is not a PR race. No. This race is designed to go and
Have
be
fun, be
a
in
Disney,
costume.
yeah, go be a Disney adult and enjoy the race and what they put on. It is a nice production.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth what my wife spent when she did her dopey challenge, but
Right.
She got some cool medals though.
But it is a nice production. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of better places. I think if I wanted to race, I would run my money.
And I will say that having an Uber pick you up after the race and that Uber fighting traffic to get out of that race, and they were just livid.
Oh, they were
Well,
not happy
yeah.
about it.
They
huh?
were not happy about getting me out of that area because it was bumper to bumper
Oh,
traffic.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah.
So that was time off the road for them that they couldn't make money.
That's right. So you learn.
But you are a guy. I mean, you're a jacked guy that's done.
Wait, so what is the nighttime race? Did we get there?
No, he just wants to do one. He hasn't.
I want to do. I've never done a nighttime race.
But you don't have one specifically picked out.
I'm going. Yeah, I have the one picked out. It's Las Vegas.
one in Las
oh,
Vegas.
my
20
brain just
26.
completely. I'm sorry. My
Yeah.
brain just.
Yeah. So I thought it would be fun to do a nighttime race.
It is fun.
Have you done a nighttime?
I've done lots of them. Of
course you
and it's one of my
On
favorite.
trails.
It's one of my favorite things to do. I love to strap a headlamp on and go run through the trails.
Yeah.
At night, it's awesome. It's one of the best things. I mean, anytime you do like for me, 100K was a through the night race. So for some people, they might not have ran through the night, but I did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I enjoy for me, running at night's peaceful. It's cooler. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. I just enjoy. I can get into this little tunnel of light, and I just kind of zone in and
Tunnel of night. What?
turn in.
Night running.
Night running.
Running. Yeah.
Kevin went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And missed a bunch of
It's
stuff.
like, are
Yeah.
we dying? Or are we talking about tunnel
Yes,
of light?
We're going to the light.
Go to the
Don't
light,
go to the
Joe.
light, Joe.
I want to run through a cave.
Okay. Oh, there's a good one coming up.
That's one of my big dreams. They have races that go
They do.
in caves.
A
So you're
10K.
running. Yeah, 5Ks, 10Ks in caves.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to outrun the bats or the Batman.
Yeah.
Or the Batman.
or Mothman.
Mothman. And you're just going through and everybody's got their headlamps and there's like, there's a Mothman here. It's like 8 Mothman coming at us.
So what advice would you give to someone who lifts weights and has lifted weights and they may be hesitant about running or thinking about running? What kind of advice would you give someone to kind of get them going in the other direction?
I would suggest getting connected with a local running group. I think that's your best start. Every local running group that I've met, hasn't been a whole bunch of them, but they have a very similar cadence about them. They're very community. They take on, whether you're a walker or runner, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. They're there to help you. It's not like you would think going in with a running group. It's a little intimidating for the first time showing up. I felt kind of a little intimidated. I didn't know who I was going to be running with. And then they bring you into their circle and you have a good time.
Yeah.
And, that's what I would suggest, because getting around that group of people, they're going to really, because they've already been there, done that. So they're going to really help you along the way, and you're going to have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the other way around? What would you say for a runner who
Trying to
wanted
get into
lifting? I think that for me,
Yeah.
I'm super intimidated
Yep.
about lifting, because I've read a few books, and I've talked to Joe, I've talked to Shae. I mean, I've talked to some people, but I still don't feel comfortable using all the machines, and how do I start out doing something?
I think it's finding a community. It's the same in the gym. People think, God, look at those big guys and girls in the mirrors. They're lifting really heavy weights and they're intimidating and they're probably looking at me. No, they're not. They're more worried about themselves. That's and the people that I've been in this business a long time, guys or girls that have been in that gym and they just have that physique that we always wish we had. They're so inspired by those that come in that are newbies. And you don't think they are, but they are. I've got people that are 300-400 plus pounds, and I hear those people saying, man, where's so-and-so? Where are they at? It's nice seeing them coming into the gym and they're just, it drives them. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't think that, but they're driven by people that are first timers in the gym and really showing up and giving it their best, because that's their life. So they think that's phenomenal to be able to see somebody as a first time gym person in the gym. So, I think, getting with people that in the gym and learning the basics, just like you would do for them if they wanted to learn how to run. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. You're gonna really teach them everything that all the mistakes that you've made in life. You want to mentor them. It's the same with people in the gym. They want to mentor you.
Yeah. So if you see someone and you have a question, using a piece of equipment, and you want to know how to use that piece of equipment, ask them.
Yeah.
They're likely to stop what they're doing and actually coach you through your first
Ask
time
for a
using
form
it.
check.
Yeah.
And it's important, especially, what we've developed now is we have what's called an ambassador program. So Joe's one of our ambassadors.
Yep.
And we have people like Joe that are in the gym at all different hours. We're gonna actually put their pictures up, so they're gonna be recognized. And the ambassadors are they're there for us, man. They love the gym. This is their home, and they're there for people when they come in to just say, hey, if you see Joe and he's one of the ambassadors, you can ask Joe, hey, can you help me? And Joe's gonna help you.
Yeah.
So now, is that exclusive to your location?
Only our location.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if
These
this
are
was
things
like
that
a
we're
corporate-
developing. Oh, we developed this. This is something that we discuss in our weekly meetings. How do we get better? How do we connect with these people?
Well, you're finding a need, right? This
That's
is
right.
a need that your community that
Yep.
you're serving
Yep.
needs.
Yep.
So how can you
So
provide
just,
that?
so just like getting in with a run club, every gym has its own culture. It has, and it has its own little niche of people, and if you go to a gym and most people, they're just like the place they park. They always park in the exact same place.
You can't park there.
People also are the same way with the gym. They have their routine and they do this on Monday, this on Wednesday, this on Friday, or whatever it is they do. And they're always there at the same time. And everyone else around them is like that. So you'll end up being in the gym probably with the same people all the time. You'll start seeing the same faces. And eventually, be a little brave. Say hello to someone. You'll get to know people and you'll become friends. You develop relationships, just like you do in the running community. And those people are going to be the people that can help you along the way. Ask them, hey, can you come over here and spot me on this? Or I don't know how to use this piece of equipment. But every gym is not Rob's gym. We have some listeners that are going to hear this podcast that are members of Anytime Fitness clubs and other places in Florida. And some of those Anytime Fitness don't have, like Rob's gym has, a whole bunch of great classes, group events. So they got.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like you've got, how many trainers do you have?
We have 2 trainers. We're going to hire a third trainer. And all of our trainers are trained specifically especially for most people that are in our group classes are broken to some degree.
Yeah.
Our job is not to break them even more.
Yeah.
So functional training is extremely important. And what we're starting to do now is to give people functional training, but we also want to bring them into the free weight room.
Yeah.
And because we're actually seeing a lot of people are really excited about those free weights. It's kind of like that scary place.
Yeah.
And we're bringing them in there, and we're actually having more people sign up for more and more sessions because we've introduced the free weight and showing them the fundamentals of free weights.
That's huge. I mean, that's
And
so important
they're
to their
loving
own
it.
growth.
And we've got a lot of runners now. We got more and more runners coming into the gym that are also offering some of their expertise. So again, it's that community that starts with, an introduction. So our job is to put people together and make those connections. And once we make those connections, they can take it from there.
Yeah, it's real similar to what we do with the running club. So if you come to a run club meeting and we see you and your first time there, we're going to come over and ask you, hey, have you ever ran? What's the furthest you ran? What pace do you run? You don't know any of those things? Well, no worries. Well, someone's going to run with you whatever you can do. And when you're done, you're done. And matching people up with someone so that they're not out there on their own, feeling lonely. They don't know the route. They don't know how fast they can run until they get out there and do it a couple of times and make people feel welcome. And they can do the same thing. A lot of gyms have these programs where take advantage of the assessment. Every gym's going to give you a health assessment, and some of them are going to use it as a sales pitch, to get you to do one of their personal training programs. But if you don't know what you're doing and you have the extra money to do it, because you're going to learn how to use the gym, you're going to learn the community. That coach or that personal trainer or that employee is going to help introduce you to the gym and the people in the gym and the environment, just like we would do if you were coming to a run club meeting.
I agree. And that's the purpose of the training for us is an investment on our part because we have to hire the staff and we have to make sure that they're trained up. So there's another investment. We want to make sure their training and their expertise is top of the line. That costs money.
It does, yeah.
All of the things, the red light therapy booth, all of these.
You have a DEX scan too, right?
We don't have a DEX scan.
Oh.
We have a eVolt scan.
Oh, eVolt scan.
But all of these are investments.
Yeah.
So that costs a lot of money, but we do it because we're investing in our community or in our members. So, when members come in and they're like, I just need a treadmill and, a couple of machines. That's just like if I went to your running group and said, hey, I just want to just start running. Like the purpose of the coach is to teach you your form, your fundamentals. It's not to be your coach for the rest of your life. So we have those coaches in order to help people learn the basics of training so we don't create injuries. And that's why we do it. And it also motivates. So even your professional athletes have a coach. It's another set of eyes looking in to see if your form looks good. And maybe you need that motivation to get through. Maybe you're just tired at the end of a workday. And that coach and that community was that 1 hour of time that you wouldn't have done it on your own. If that's what it takes, to me, it's worth every penny. You've made friends. You got a coach that's pushing you, and you're going to feel amazing. I've never saw one person that didn't feel amazing when they finished either a class or just a workout. Never once.
I came to the class and I did it for a while and I really enjoyed it. I felt like I got a lot of benefit out of it. I had a lot going on during the time and I wasn't really able to do something like that. But a ton of benefit, just absolutely amazing time. So you can tell that the people that you have working at the gym truly care about the people that they're coaching. And I feel like
I have a term that I learned from a group that I'm a group of mentors, and it's a word. It's non-negotiable. That's the word that's in my vocabulary now. I have non-negotiables. I have things that are non-negotiable in the morning, and in the afternoon. Whatever the whirlwind of life brings, I make sure I have my non-negotiables. And I think if people can learn, because we all kind of tend to live in a whirlwind. And at the end of the day,
Unfortunately,
you're like, has there been days where you're like, I don't even know what I did today. What did I accomplish?
Yes.
So setting those expectations, that one, wildly important goal, we call them WIGs, something that you could do.
Wildly important goal, or the BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goal.
The big hags.
Yeah, BHAG.
B-hags.
Yeah.
Not big hags.
I know a few of those too.
Sorry, we derailed you. You were in a moment.
I'm back on.
Yeah. So, I've really enjoyed the gym. I've worked out in a lot of gyms in my life, and I've seen a lot of gyms come and go. I mean, a lot of them open up, and then a year later, 2 years later, they're closed down. And I don't know that I would have went to an Anytime, any other city, I don't know that I would have. It's just like a corporate gym, but every gym is different. Even in the Anytime Fitness, like I said, we have some of our listeners that use Anytime. There's some that are good at what they do, and there's some that's not so good at what they do. And you find the place that's right for you, and whether it be your gym or someone else's gym, but get in there and do it. I feel like I just was like a part of the family in this gym. I worked out with Rob tonight, so the owner of the gym is taking his time to come do a leg day with me.
You're on the booty blaster, Joe?
We did. We did the
Hip
booty
thrust?
blaster. Yeah. I'll send you some pictures. We took some.
Oh man, I love leg day. I'm good at leg day.
So that's what I tell, especially guys. For some reason, girls do tend to do legs more than guys do.
They do.
And you'll see the ladies in the gym, and they're doing some wild movements. And I look at some of the movements, like the booty blaster, the little piece of equipment we got in there. They're doing Bulgarian split squats, and they're doing lunges,
No.
and they're listen, they're doing squat. They're doing all the exercises that runners need to be doing. So I tell these guys, if you're a runner and you want to know what to do, go into the gym and see what the girls are doing. Do what the girls are doing, because they're doing what you need to be doing. And us guys, we don't do the induction machine, and we don't do those things. But those are the pieces of equipment that are going to strengthen an IT band. They're going to give you hip strength and stability. And
I'm feeling very seen right now.
You're feeling very seen, or you're feeling very targeted and attacked?
All of the above.
These exercises are not the easiest to do. They're not the easiest to master. But they are the most productive for what we do as runners.
Yeah.
They really are great.
I think, you know what we should do tonight? I think
Do a
we
form
should-
check.
I think we should have a little competition.
Let's have a little competition. What kind of competition are we having?
I think we should have a plank competition.
Oh no, I won't do that one.
What do you mean, no?
Guys,
I'm not good at that. We just know you can plank for 4 minutes solid. You can plank for 4 minutes, no problem.
so he went. The one thing he did do at Anytime Fitness is Brittany was teaching him a class over there, and he's like,
I want to plank longer than you.
and they
she,
had a little competition.
She did. She's pretty good at planking.
Yeah, I heard about your planking. So
we did.
No, I'm backing out.
I try. Hey, listen. You know what? I was still down on the ground.
Yeah, but
I hurt afterwards.
phenomenal,
I couldn't
dude.
move. I couldn't move for like a week after.
So I have a fun gym story.
right.
So as you guys know, I've been going to a local chain kind of thing, because they have saunas at their locations.
Right.
And depending where I run is where I end up going to the sauna. There's one right next to my work. And I was in the sauna, I want to say maybe it was Thursday. No, it was like a week. I don't know. It was at some point in time during the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And I'm in the sauna, and this lady comes. So I'm just sitting up and, steaming it out. And then this lady comes in, and another guy comes in, and they just kind of start chit chatting. And she's talking about how, she's just starting and, kind of learning how to do everything, trying to get back in shape again. And then she's talking about how her boyfriend's going to come in, and he likes to be like right near the heater part. And so then he comes in. And they're talking about how they got to lose weight, and he's like, "Well, you could just go on meth. You ain't never seen a fat meth head." So he's like, "I would just take it long enough, and when I realize I'm addicted, then I'll just get off meth."
No.
Well, what was that drug like back in the 80s?
Yeah, ain't never seen a fat meth head.
What was it?
Is what he
was
said. I was like, okay.
it phentermine? People that were
Amphetamine.
people.
Amphetamine.
Yeah, it's just speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people would use it as a weight loss drug.
Amphetamines. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is an amphetamine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no.
I'll stay away.
The guy just said it so casually.
I thought she was going to tell us that
I'll just quit when I think I'm addicted. Like that was his.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to tell us some naked person come and plop down next to you. That's what I always think of those, like the gym saunas is like, some old guy is going to come plop down naked and try to hit on me.
Things you'll never see at Anytime Fitness Baseline.
No, but we do have red light and salt therapy.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Well, Rob, so what do you think you're going to be doing with your running in the future? What's going on with you now?
You have this night run coming up.
I got, it's a year from now, but I think for me, I need to balance my life out a little bit.
Yeah.
And those non-negotiables, like there's been, some times and days and, that the different running groups will meet that I would go, that was a community that I miss. Mm-hmm. And I think when you get so caught up in the work regimen that you sacrifice those times with those groups, because that's what really helped me with my running. Mm-hmm. It wasn't running by myself with my plan. It was running with those groups that actually inspired me. I can run much better when I'm running with my friends.
Yeah, because it's just fun, chit chatty.
Yeah.
You're just going
And
whatever.
new people that are coming in, like that's what I miss, and that's the balance of life that I have to. And I'll be the first one to say that I'll get out, I'll get astray, and then I got to pull myself back in again. But that's what makes life really so special. It's those moments that I keep thinking about. Wow, it's another day went by. I should have gone to that group. Another week. Yeah. And there's another week and another week. And I'm looking at everybody on the Strava and I'm like liking everybody's runs. And I'm like, why aren't I there? And that's what I think for anybody getting into running or getting into weight training, you got to do it and just make a friend and be consistent, because it really makes the rest of your work week so much better with all the craziness in life. Get with a group. And we got great groups.
Yeah, sure do.
And if you don't have a group in your area, be the change you wish to see in the world.
That's right.
Make a group.
Make a group.
Yeah. Rob, you can make a group. We can run at Anytime Fitness.
We can. We'll
Hey,
run around the building.
does your treadmills, do they shut off in 20 minutes?
They're not gonna handle you. You're gonna wear them out. I gotta replace them, dude. We don't want you on my treadmills.
One of our friends reached out to me. She's like, Joe, she knew I had connections in Anytime Fitness. And she's like, my Anytime Fitness gym, they have a 1 hour cutoff on the treadmill. She's like, I need to run longer than that. And I'm in there when there's no one else in there. There's no reason for me not to be able to go longer. But this machine cuts off on me in 1 hour. And the manager said that's just the way they were programmed. They couldn't do anything about it.
There's overrides.
Yeah. I just think they were giving her a pile of hooey. But she said they did get some new treadmills in, and the new treadmills don't have that 1 hour cutoff on them. So it saved her. But she was getting ready to leave that Anytime Fitness gym because there was a 1 hour turn off on the treadmills.
I'm gonna suggest 30 minutes of a strong leg day, and then get on that treadmill.
Yeah. So Shae and I did that by mistake one day.
Yeah.
I started running and my body said, "Oh no, I'm in danger."
That's how we get around that.
Listen, we had a good leg workout tonight, and I feel like I could go run right now.
How far you want to go?
I could probably do 2 or 3, 4 miles.
Can you?
Yeah, no problem.
Go on the treadmill.
I hear 4. Do we have any more? You got 5. You got 5? We got 5. You got 5?
Yeah. I mean, I really do feel like I could. And we had pretty good leg workout. I got Rob doing some box squats.
Oh.
Yeah, and him and our friend Craig Betts, both of them have this goal. They want to deadlift 405. Mm-hmm. So we need to get some more deadlifts in.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
But, I was satisfied with the weight I was doing. Of course, he has to throw on all these monster plates on,
I just have stronger legs. I need more to work them.
I would like to be able to squat and deadlift my body weight again.
phenomenal.
It's been years since I've been there.
Yeah.
So
You can do it.
It's been
You
years.
can do it. Absolutely.
I just have to do it. I just have to be consistent.
We do it right now.
Let's get this training block behind you. Let's get this race out of the way.
Yeah.
And let's get serious about some strength training, y'all.
Ooh, that sounds fun, actually.
Yeah.
I would be okay with
Let's do it. Listen, my cousin Rochelle has been coming to the gym with us here recently.
Yeah. Oh,
Her
nice.
and her husband Keith signed up. And I haven't worked out with Keith yet, but I've been able to take Rochelle and walk her through a couple workouts, and she's really doing well. And my wife actually just mentioned, like yesterday, day before, that she would like to kind of start lifting. I think seeing our cousin, friend Rochelle,
she gets a little FOMO too.
Yeah,
though, right?
I think she wants to get in there with her too. So, everyone, you want to get faster, you want to get better, you want to improve your running. I think the number one thing you can do is go out and add some strength training.
Yeah. And we've got some recovery training that we're starting to execute, and just kind of turning the lights off. I mean, you got the window daylight, through the windows, but just turning the fluorescent lights off and doing these recovery type of
like yoga
movements,
like yoga type stuff,
just mobility.
Get on the phone, do a little foam rolling.
A little foam rolling, and
okay.
just wake that body up, and
the prone rolls.
It feels so good, doing these type of movements for 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone local to us needs a place to work out and they want somewhere to work out, come join us over at Anytime Fitness on Baseline Road in Ocala. Be happy to have you in there. Tell them that Joe referred you so I can get some swag from Rob. Yeah. And then, listen, come work out with us. I mean, come work out with me. I'll work out with you. And if you need someone to show you how to use that equipment, I have some opinions on equipment, by the way.
He does.
But we can talk about that. And but come work. Rob, they can find you guys on social media also, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And you have a website?
And we have a website.
So look them up, and if you want to work out with us, come work out with us. We'd love to.
And we'll definitely put all that in the show notes as well.
Yeah.
We're going to start doing some meal prep, and putting that together so we can teach people how to meal prep properly and quickly, because that can be time consuming. So we're trying our best to really find easier, quicker ways of getting people.
You're trying to make it a really holistic experience.
We're trying to make it a holistic experience, and being able to fit that in the craziness of life. And
can you meal prep my food for me?
Your food?
Yes.
Can you pre-chew Joe's food and feed him like a baby bird?
Like a baby bird.
Digest it for him too? I mean, how does that work?
Gotta pre-chew a steak for him. Because that's so tough. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
Make sure to check us out. Follow us on the socials, on Facebook and on Instagram. Our website, www.where'sthefinishpodcast.com. We'll see you lifting some weights.
Let's go.
I would, Brian.
Typed out this long instead of miles.
Why does your coach give you a novel instead of miles?
He's got workout that will equate to some
Oh, what's he
miles.
going to do to you? What's going to happen?
I have Shae workout.
Oh, no.
Run from here to there, then do this, and this, and then run there again, and then do this, and...
What's it say?
You already know what it says.
I don't know what it says.
What do you think it says?
I don't know.
I feel like she's lying to me right now.
I feel like I'm lying to you right now. I feel like I could be lying.
Did she go to Brian and tell him to give you a workout?
Yeah.
Oh, what a crooked, evil thing to do.
Yep.
Have
you checked your email?
She's a bad girlfriend.
God damn it, Shae.
What did he say?
All right, I'm running 50 miles on Saturday.
What? That's brand new information.
Why are you running 50 miles? Because you didn't run that many last weekend?
Yes.
You gotta make up.
Now I've got to do double. Because I didn't run my prescribed mileage last weekend. Now I run double this weekend.
What were you supposed to run last weekend?
A 50K.
Yeah, you didn't run 50K.
How much is this project going to cost me?
Nothing.
You've already done it?
I've already taken care of it.
Okay.
16 hours.
We got to run 50 miles in 14 hours.
Where are you going to run that this weekend then?
Miami 50-50.
Nice. Y'all been talking about that for a while.
We have. Yeah.
like for years.
Yeah. I mean, I talked about it for a year.
Yeah, for a year. We've been talking about it for a year. Because I said, I want to do this race someday. You said, wow, that sounds cool.
It does sound fun. Well, I love the medals are super cool though.
I haven't seen the medals.
Have you seen them?
No.
Oh, they are really cool.
Oh, I just know that I've
They
been wanting to do
are
this race.
Really cool. Look them up.
Okay.
They're super rad.
But there's a team. Its name is Where's the Finish.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I noticed that on there on the sign up.
On the sign up sheet, you got my name on it?
I'm not quite sure. Let me see.
Oh.
Let's see. The entrance for 2025. It looks like it looks like I'm the captain of this team.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a co-captain?
There is another participant.
Oh, does it have a name?
Yes.
What's the name?
It happens to be spelled exactly like yours, letter for letter.
That's wild.